I want to make a comparison video today of two of the putters that I've recently used. One was my former putter, which is actually called the Odyssey 10 that you can see here, and I will unpack it in a second. And the second one that I'm now using and just switched to a couple of months ago is the Mizuno M-Craft X4. And first of all, I want to talk about the Odyssey 10. It has been a super reliable putter for me for quite a while now. As you can actually see, it's the triple track 2-ball 10 Odyssey. There are a couple of things that I really liked about this putter and that have really helped me. The thing that I most struggled with putting a couple of years ago, let's call it 6, 7, 8 years ago, was alignment of the golf ball to where I was aiming. And that is why, one, the 2-ball technology, as well as the triple track that you can see on top, really helped me just align the ball or have a, what do I call this? An extension of the line on the golf ball where I was trying to putt with the putter. So it was really easy for me to align to the aim point that I had. A couple of things that I didn't love about this putter and that I've realized in the past months, and that is why I bought a new putter, is one, the face is quite soft. So that means that you have to hit the ball quite hard in order for the ball to get to the hole. That's one. And I actually have a little bit of a shorter putter swing, and I prefer that because it helps me control the distance much better. But with a softer club face, you need to have a longer stroke. One. Two, if I hit it a little bit further off the club face, which sometimes happens in putting, especially if you're nervous or not super committed / concentrated, then I feel like the distance of the putt is a little bit different than when you hit it in the middle. So distance control started to become a problem, especially because I play on different courses. Some courses have faster greens, some courses have slower greens, and it is more difficult for me to adjust to the speed of the greens quickly. So let's maybe go into the new putter. Oh, one more thing that I didn't love about this putter is the actual grip itself. And you will see on the new putter why. I actually like a thicker grip. Here I had a reasonably thin grip, and I will put this into quotes because there are even thinner grips than this one. But I like a thicker grip. Why? Because it helps me keep my wrist motion in place. When I say that, what I mean is when I do my putting stroke, which is normally with your shoulders, right? And there is sometimes I use a little bit too much left wrist action, which basically closes the putter face. And then I pull the ball to the left. With a thicker grip, what actually helps me is I keep my wrist more in place and I do not move it, which helps me to not close the club face and pull the ball left. So with all of this explanation, maybe let's get to the new putter that I have. As I mentioned, it's a Mizuno M-Craft X4. I will unpack it here for you so that you see it. This is the shape of it. And there are a couple of things that I really like and are a significant upgrade for me and my putting preferences compared to the Odyssey 2-ball 10 putter. One is the face. You can clearly see it immediately. This actually has a carbon face. So that means that it's actually quite hard. So if you tap on it, it's actually carbon, right? So that means that when you putt the ball, it comes off hotter. So what does that mean is you have to have a shorter stroke in order to get the ball traveling a certain distance, which really helps me because I like shorter strokes to be able to control my distance much more. And also it gives me much less room for error of any additional movement within my putting stroke because I have a shorter putting stroke. Two, what I really like, I realized with the 2-ball 10 that I do not need as many alignments on the putter itself. So what I now have is I only have one alignment in the middle, but it also has a perpendicular alignment on either side. That actually helps you orient your eyes exactly of where you're trying to putt it. And that's actually very helpful for me. And it doesn't downgrade my putting alignment, even though I have much less alignment tools on the top of the putter. Three, I actually, as you can see, I chose a couple of things in terms of my grip. I now have a Super Stroke 3.0 grip, it's called. It's quite a thick grip. And as I'd explained with the Odyssey 2-ball 10 putter, which had a pretty thin grip, the thicker grip actually helps me keep my wrist motion or my wrist movement in check, okay? So that means with a thicker grip, I have to grab a thicker grip and my wrist motion is not as pronounced so I do not pull the ball as much, which actually really helps me because I keep my putting stroke shorter. I cannot move my wrist so it doesn't pull the ball left, which actually then means that I putt the ball on the line that I intend to putt it more often than not. So that's really helpful for me as well. The last thing that I actually have is it's called a counterbalance. So as you can see, the length of the grip compared to the length of the grip of this putter is actually very different. Why is that the case? And this is called counterbalance in my new Mizuno putter. And why is that the case, or why did I choose this? It's actually because it adds weight at the top. Okay, it adds weight right here, as you can see it. Okay, and that really helps you, again, keep the putter on a certain putting path. Okay, it doesn't allow, or it tries to minimize the risk of your body moving in the putting stroke. So that means, and when your body moves, what can happen is that the putting stroke or the putter actually moves off your intended natural path of putting. Okay, so that's the last thing that I chose on my putter, which is really, really helpful. That's it. I really like this putter. I hope you like it too.